Rakesh Ji, welcome to Thought Leader Show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And really pleased and excited to see the new generation, new companies looking and managing and improvising the startup ecosystem in Telangana and in Hyderabad. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you very much. So today EV Day jo tha, what kind of feel did you get after seeing what was happening here?
My feel is something like this, that EV is going to stay. 50 years down the line, when I'm no more, at least the future generation will see that when EV was being talked in the state of Telangana, I was part and parcel of that particular discussion on that very day. That's a legacy which I'm proud of leaving for the future generation. Thank you.
Perfect. So you're seeing this as a historic moment personally also, right? Isn't it?
100%. In the morning when I was just thinking that, okay, let me also attend one event. But when I was here seeing the excitement of the ecosystem players, young generation guys, entrepreneurs, and the service providers like you, then I thought that the days of EV and the tech entrepreneurs are there. If you are with them, you are part of the journey. Otherwise, you will be left out. I don't want to be left out.
And you're part of a family office which is into investments. Personally, from that standpoint, as a family office looking into investment, how does this industry? What do you think is the scope of this industry?
Of EV?
Yes.
Look, EV ecosystem is a long journey, and it has just starting its journey. What I can say is that in the EV ecosystem, there are few chains which needs to be analyzed quite clearly, and then you have to figure it out that where you want to be in that particular value chain. One is related to the technology part, whether you talk of BMS, TMS or powertrain or the motors or something like that. So the generalities will not be sustained. Even if somebody is thinking of creating a startups and getting into that, one has to create the value and enhance the value from the baseline which is already there. So you have to create the niche in that particular area to be super smart in the technology area, because technology will keep on improving, keep on improvising. So one technology which you are talking of today, in the same time 10 other technologies are also being discussed. Who will succeed, who will fail, but you need to be very much in this particular ecosystem to give the solution, the right solution at the right price point, technological solution with the commercial angle. Those things will sustain.
Whenever we also attend these events, startup events, and one of the pain points everybody kind of talks about is lack of funding, and investors not coming forward. What is your take about it?
Look, you cannot blame the investors or the debt financiers, because they are also worried about their NPA. Now, in this particular EV ecosystem, then the role of various ecosystem players are very, very important. Now, you need to see that, you need to understand what is the psychology of the EV financiers or the auto financiers or any financier, that once he has given the money to someone, he should pay. From where he is going to pay? What is the cash flow he will be having? What is the after sales which is going to be happening with the financed vehicle? What is the resale value? Because EV or the auto sector is getting finance not only on the basis of the current asset, but also the depreciated asset and also the sales value. What is the sales value, resale value or something like that? Because that is one of the core factor for any financer to look into, that if something happens with the fleet owner or the auto owner, what will happen to me? If I can be able to resell it in the market as a general in a very, very easy liquidity manner, then I have the market where I can resell, I can fetch some value. But in the EV side, ecosystem is not yet attuned for that particular resale, because the ecosystem is still very, very stagnant or something like that. So one has to understand that what are the pain points of the financier, and then the ecosystem, the government, other players need to address that particular pain point. Now, repurposing of the battery, resale value, the battery degradation, and understanding that what is the value of that particular battery after 3 years down the line, after 4 years down the line. If that things are captured in a technological manner on a real time basis, then a financier through the EV fintech players, they will be able to understand that, okay, this is the after resale value for this particular battery, so that at least this particular battery can be utilized somewhere else, so he can fetch some money out of the whole thing. So those things are very, very important. Then the underwriting is very, very important, because this is a new sector. It's a matter of time, maybe a year or two, these things will also start shaping up and catching up, because in the EV ecosystem, if each and every wheels are moving and one wheel is not moving, so other wheel will also compel them to move. So it's a matter of time, one year or 2 years, these things will also be sorted out.
So let's talk about your family office that's into startup investments. Tell us, what kind of sectors are you interested in, or is it sector neutral? You could be investing into any.
We are bit of a sector agnostic investor, but we also believe that invest in those ecosystem players where you can understand the business, you can understand the revenue model, you can also assist them strategically in creating the market and in the growth. In those areas which we don't understand something, then rather being a financial investor may not make much sense for us. But as an investor where we can add value, 3-4 points are very, very important in this particular area. That founder, how strong is the founder, his passion, why he has gone into that, his background, his skill set, his networks. One. Second is that how scalable is that particular business, whether that particular business is solving the real pain points of the consumer or not. That particular problem statement and the solution is giving the win-win scenario for all the stakeholders. If one stakeholder is gaining and another is losing, then there is a problem in the business model and the revenue model. So those are some of the aspects. And then whether there is a non-linearity in the business or not. That means beyond a point, being an investor, how much follow-up investment we can do, it's very difficult. So we would like to be into that particular space where non-linearity in the business is there, that once the platform is ready and the inflection point is there, the market is too big where they can launch on the digitalization front. So those are the aspects where we are very keen to watch on. We have invested in the medtech space, health tech space, consumer tech, deep tech, then EV ecosystem, so host of media also. So those are the areas where we are investing, and small ticket size, seed round, pre-seed round, pre-series A, series A. So those are the things which we are working upon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nice talking to you.